Hey guys, what's up? I just like to talk about the situation a little bit that I'm in. So I've been streaming on TikTok for a year and, gotten some subscribers, gotten a lot of followers, and now I'm multi-streaming to YouTube. So we're streaming to TikTok and YouTube. And sometimes I show up and I'm just in a bad mood, and no one should have to like suffer for because of that or whatever. And I don't mean to respond poorly to people or, be mean to anybody, but sometimes I just show up and I'm just not feeling it, and it's hard for me to like get myself in a good performance mode for the streams. I do a lot of gimmicky stuff. I rub a toy car in my head, I comb my hair, I go grubbity rubbity tubbity uppity tabbity zabbity. It gets really grueling, it gets really exhausting. I mean, I've done things for extended periods of times on these streams, and I've done these streams for a year on TikTok, and I've actually kind of got somewhere. But the thing about this, guys, is like I feel almost locked in the type of entertainment I'm doing. I'm not really being myself. I'm not posting videos like this. I'm not posting talk videos. If I try to talk on a stream, seems like a lot of people don't care. They just want me to be funny. They don't really care about my problems. They don't want to listen to me talk about this or that. So it's like I can show up and do a Dear Diary session and tell you about all my problems and how tired I am. But it's like, that's kind of understandable. People want to be entertained. They want an experience, and sometimes I'm able to give it, and sometimes I'm just going to sit there and just blow things out of proportion and just be someone who I'm not. And so I mean, it's like, for me, like, am I supposed to apologize to people? Like, sometimes I just show up. If you really want me to apologize, you really take it personal, like it's a big deal, I don't know what to say. Like, sometimes I feel like I'm ruining my stream. Sometimes I feel like I'm making a mistake, because sometimes I just feel like, I'm not doing as good as I wish I could. And a lot of streamers are like that. They stream, they wish they could do better. Some people work a full-time job, and they can only stream certain times. They might not have, they're trying to turn it into full-time. It's not an easy thing to do. And I've been very lucky to be able to do what I'm doing, and streaming on TikTok. Now I'm streaming to YouTube Shorts. I'm in a very good situation right now, guys, and I'm very grateful for everybody checking out the streams, doing all this stuff. But what you got to understand is it's a process. I'm going to be back Monday, okay? I have to rest. There's nothing. I showed up today. I was in a bad mood. Sometimes I don't know that this is going to happen. Sometimes I feel like I'm ready, and I show up and I'm just like, man, I'm just not feeling this, dude. I can't make I want to sit here and put on a good stream for you guys, try to earn followers, earn respect, earn your viewership, and I sometimes, and a lot of time I put on really good streams. Sometimes I feel like I've peaked out. Sometimes I feel like I've done every gimmicky thing that I can on a live stream, and there's nothing else to do. I've done so many things on live streams, and I would like to make videos like this, but I don't know how you guys will respond. I can sit here and talk about every trending topic. I can make jokes. I can come up with jokes. I am a writer. I've written over 70 books that are all free on Google Play, by the way. Like, I can get things done. I want to try to make these types of videos. I want to sit here and give you a real taste of me and what I'm able to bring to the table, and give you kind of like a different experience as far as me creating content and stuff. It just, seems like there's so many things that go into this, and I don't know, I'm only human, man, and I feel like I'm always making mistakes. I feel like I'm never able to get ahead, and I don't know, man. Like, being on a live stream, there's a lot of pressure, guys. To be there every day, there's a lot of pressure. And for me, I feel like I'm just too sheltered by it. I feel like I get bratty. I feel like, some people understand me, some people don't. Like, if you show up to the stream and I just end up in a bad mood and I'm just like, blah, like, I don't really know what to tell you. Like, I try to be the coolest person that I can be. I try not to be like, just a total, like, sometimes it just seems like I get in this mood and it's just like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm a grown man on a stream doing, these crazy impressions and characters for extended periods of time. And sometimes it just hits me and I just wake up and I'm just like, which, like I said, no excuse to be an asshole to anyone. But yeah, everything's so censored, and I feel there's so many dynamics to this. Everyone's trying to give me advice. Everyone thinks this and that and the other thing. Some people think they're being ignored. Some people ask the same question other people ask over and over and over. I have to keep up with you guys. I have to pay attention to everything. Everyone wants to show up and talk to me and stuff. And then if I don't stream into shorts and I post a regular video, it seems like nobody shows up. So guys, this is just a developing situation, and I have to be in a good performance mode for me to show up and do a good stream. I want to come up with better ideas. I need to do better characters. I need to do this. And then, the whole thing is like, maybe I should just start doing other stuff and just realize that, like, hey, this type of entertainment maybe it's kind of retro. That type of character acting and stuff is like it's in its own genre. It's in its own like form of entertainment. And I would like to show up and do videos like this, but I tried to do it for a lot of years, and I hate to say it, but I just don't think it's going to work out. So, I would like to unchain myself a little bit, be a little bit more explicit, like make a little bit more of like adult, mature jokes and stuff. Like, maybe not go totally off the wall, but I kind of want to maybe release myself a little bit, because I almost feel like there's so many different aspects to what I'm doing, guys. Like, I could go over here and edit videos. I can make any type of video. I can make a music video. I can make a cartoon. I can do the live stream. I can do this or that. I feel chained down to the live stream though, because people, like, I get support on the live streams. Like, I have subscribers on TikTok. I've been on TikTok for a year. But this is just a developing situation. I don't know what you guys, if you watch this entire video, what you think about this situation. But I do feel like I failed tonight. I went and streamed, and then I just basically, I said thanks for nothing. And sometimes I just get in this mood where it's like, man, I just wish I could get support. And it does turn into like, I turn into little bratty, turn bratty, like, oh, no one's supporting me. I'm getting mad. And it's just like frustrating. And you can't like take that out on the viewers or anything, it's like, but I'm always getting gaslighted for all this stuff. Like, I'm always doing something wrong. And it's like, dude, just you can't be so withdrawn. You have to have confidence. You need to have an aggression. You need to be like very secure about who you are. And sometimes people just do stupid stuff anyway. And they're, they become a controversial, specimen for other people to look at and say, oh, this person is an idiot for doing this or saying this. And so I don't know. Some of the acting I do is really exhausting. And I get pushed to the brink of insanity. I get pushed over the ledge. I get pushed to the point where it's like, I just don't know. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to do it. Maybe I should be trying to pursue other options. Maybe there's all sorts of dynamics to all this stuff, guys. Like, I would rather start making cartoons or, doing different things. But I'm on these live streams. I'm trying to keep them going. Sometimes I used to stream for extended periods of time doing characters and stuff, and sometimes you have to just make yourself do stuff, whether you feel, you're feeling friction or you feel this way or that way. And, it's hard. Like, sometimes you go up and sometimes you go down, and sometimes you feel like you mess up and you just, I don't know. It's like, I feel like I'm for me personally, I think some of the mistakes I make are pretty petty compared to some of the stupid things people do. But sometimes I just like get in a really bad mood and I get really exhausted, and sometimes I don't take days off, and then that kind of blows up in my face. And then I'm sitting there just being a complete asshole to people on the stream, and I'm just intolerable to be around. And I don't know. I think it's like I'm forcing myself to be on a stream when maybe I should be doing other things, I don't really need to be on a stream 24/7, and sometimes I would stream like 10 hours a day on this stream doing these characters and different stuff, just trying to make it, just trying to survive. Like, I've been on TikTok for a while, and now that we're multi-streaming to TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube, it's such an interesting dynamic. I've been streaming on 2 different YouTube channels at once, which is interesting. But anyways, yeah, guys, it's like, I would like to apologize with you, but it's just a developing situation. Like, I don't want to sit here and just be all apologetic to everyone, be like, oh, I'm so sorry, I acted like a dick on the live stream, when it's like, honestly, for me, if I feel like that, I just need to not show up. Like, to be honest, I'm kind of an amateur. I'm not going to lie with anyone. Like, I would like to sit here and tell you, like, oh, I'm a professional, everything's clean cut, everything's this and that. But the type of stuff I'm doing is a little bit belligerent. It's a little bit vulgar. It's a little bit over the top. It's a little bit different than maybe the traditional stuff. Or like, I'm having to do things that I feel like I have to do to get attention. And if I don't, then I'm going to lose your viewership, and I'm not going to be making this. I've been doing videos for years. I need to try to get support. I need to try to make it. I have to make it, bro. And sometimes it just becomes too much for me. because I want to be the best that I can be. But I feel like I'm never going to be bigger than what I am. We go up and down. Sometimes I see thousands of people watching me on TikTok, sometimes not. So we had a lot of people watching us on YouTube. Sometimes we have a lot, sometimes we don't. If I sit there and talk on a stream, not as many people are going to be interested. They're there to see something funny. And that's just the reality of streaming. If you're not doing something new or exciting, culturally indifferent, or something in that realm, you're just going to end up being left behind, bro. And you're going to be wondering, oh, why aren't people watching my stream? Because you're not doing anything new. You're not doing anything original. And, some people are too proud. They don't want to admit that their personality just isn't enough to just keep a stream going. Some people's personality is, and sometimes it's just not enough. You got to be doing something on a stream. And when it comes to comedy, if you're in the genre of comedy, it's all about doing something new. It's all about doing the next character. It's all about talking about the next topic. And so for me, I want to make these kinds of videos, guys. And I want to do these videos, but something tells me just keep on doing the streams. But here I am. So guys, I would like to thank everybody for subscribing, all the support and everything. I'm in a developing situation, and I don't know what the best option is. Should I be on the live stream? Should I be making videos? Should I be doing edits? Should I just be doing Dairy Queen and McDonald's videos for the rest of my life? I don't know. I want to try to get you guys interested in a different way. I appreciate everybody who's watching all my stuff. Just understand that if I act like an asshole to you on a stream, don't take it personal. I'm trying not to, but sometimes I want to stream and I go and stream and I don't realize what mood I'm in. There's no excuse though. So I would like to apologize, but it's just, I am who I am. And sometimes it becomes too much, but there's no excuse for me to be an asshole. Okay. There's no excuse to be mean to anybody, but sometimes people, it's like, what do you expect? I got to get you what you came, like if you're sitting there messing with me, trying to play with my emotions, which people do, what do you expect, guys? And you gotta realize who I'm responding to. And I don't know. It's all in the way that you do it. Sometimes you do something in the wrong way, you're gonna get a bad response. Sometimes I get negative thinking, and I think it's just gonna be over for me. No one's gonna watch my stuff anymore. I'm done. I fell off. It's so hard to survive. So, I got to keep it going. I got to keep the energy going. I got to take days off when I need to. I would like to be there every day, but sometimes I do that stuff. It's over the top. And if I don't, I feel pressured to do certain things on a stream. And if I don't do that, I'm just sitting there and no one gives me any, I don't get any tips or nothing. So it's like, why even show up? It's the type of streaming I'm doing. It's very gimmicky. It's like, we'll do the funny thing, or I don't want to watch this crap. And it's just like random people just discover me. And it's just like, so anyways, guys, I appreciate y'all, and I would like to make more of these videos. So if you like these videos, make sure to watch out for them. But anyways, guys, I think I'm, without explaining the situation, over-explaining, regurgitating information over and over. I'll see you later. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much.